The Washington Commanders, Jalen Daniels and the Commanders stand the top seed Lions 45-31 to reach the NFC title game since 1991, man. Congratulations to the Washington Commanders. I know we all in the same division, but man, bro, what a way to come out and really show up and dude, just the old, just the franchise that you turned into making that compared to the Dallas Cowboys. Ha! But anyways, man, Lino, man, how impressed are you with the Washington? I mean, Solo. Let me go to Solo quick. Solo, how impressed are you with the Washington Commanders?
Oh, I'm very impressed, especially Jalen Daniels, man. He is the future for the NFL right now. He's probably the best young quarterbacks coming up right now. Him and CJ Stroud. Uh, and listen, all season, every week, we've been talking about the downfall of Detroit was going to be their failure to defend. Their offense can score points, but their defense, and I know they had a lot of injuries during the year, but some of those came back, right? Some of those
Right.
came back. So everybody was like, they're getting healthy. And everybody was expecting them to go to the Super Bowl. But I think the Commanders had a great game plan. They went in Detroit. They didn't play to lose. They didn't play to lose the game. They didn't play scared. And sometimes not having much experience, like Jalen Daniels being the rookie, sometimes they don't. If you don't really understand the what's the word, the significance of the occasion or the event, you don't get nervous for nothing. Like he played like a veteran, and I think he's probably the best quarterback. With all due respect to Josh, Lamar, and Patty Mahomes, Russell right now, he's probably playing the best quarterback play among the quarterbacks left in the playoffs.
True.
And I know he played the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay, but so far he has shown that he's a great quarterback. And I don't think the Eagles should never take them lightly because being a Division Four, that might be a tricky game for the Eagles. But I was so impressed. And Detroit, all that craziness that goes on in Detroit, man. It don't mean nothing if you get knocked out at home like that. All
Yeah.
that Detroit against the world. Guess what? All those great regular season wins they had, it don't mean nothing. Number one seed, you're supposed to go to the Super Bowl. Get knocked out at home by the Commanders, man. I I don't even know what. I don't have an excuse for Detroit. I think they choked. They choked.
Definitely.
Their pressure got to them playing at home. And like we always say, man, Jared Goff, man, is a good quarterback in the regular season. When it comes to important games, I mean, things like that happen. And I'm not putting all the blame on him. I mean, it was a team loss, but I'm just saying he don't elevate the rest of the players to be great players. He can just manage the team, and he plays okay in that system. And not every quarterback can go into that system and play the way he plays. So he plays in that system very well. But I just don't think he elevates other players to be better players like some of the elite quarterbacks.
Right. Lino called this the beginning of the season. And for all of us that I didn't disagree with you, but we just go by what we see at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it was showing us that, but like you said, Solo, man, you're right about the defense. But I didn't even read you guys the number because Jalen Danny, second playoff game of his career in the NFL, completed 22 out of 31, 299 yards, two touchdowns, zero turnovers, right?
Right.
And then Jared Goff, 23 out of 40, 313 yards, one touchdown, three interceptions. Since he got hit of the first pick six, man, he was never the same throughout the game. Now, Lino, I know you will point this out. I think it was preseason or second week of the season. You
Yeah.
said, you know what I mean? For all of us that was, bagwagoning the Lions are the best team in the NFC East, you said, hell nah. Talk to me, bro. There was no biting on kneecaps in this game.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean, I'm not here to take a victory lap because
You already did.
because listen, they had a lot of defensive players out for the season. I think it's 16 different players were out, or six starters out, nine backups, three more backups to the backups. So they were really decimated on defense. But
They were still winning games.
they were still winning games. And I know they're like, well, they held the Vikings to 9, and then they came out. I get all of that, but you can't say, "Oh my God, they're doing such a great job on defensively with all these guys out," and then when they lose, you can't say, "Well, look at all the guys they had out." You can't praise them for
Right.
having it out and then come back around and use it as an excuse. You just can't do that.
Good
Right.
point.
But we've known for a couple months now that once they lost Aiden Hutchinson, I believe that was pretty much that was the glue to that defense, and then everything else just started to kind of just fall apart. This guy gets nicked. This guy gets nicked. If Aiden Hutchinson was in here, I do firmly believe that they would have at least made it to the championship round. But being a defensive coordinator, you know what you have and you know what you don't have. So you're gonna have to try your best throughout the weeks. And you had weeks. It's not like all these injuries happen at once. We've known this for 2, 3 months now, how bad your defense is going to look and how
Yeah.
you have to adjust. And you didn't. So and let me get off the Lions. Hold on. Before I get to the line or commanders, Jared Goff, they're offensively, I don't know what he was seeing. That throw that he had right before halftime, he had JMO wide open, and I think it was a combination of both. He should have led Jameson Williams up the field, but at the same time, Jameson Williams, he's young. He's he was humping the ground, man, on that touchdown. Y'all see that?
Right.
He was humping the ground, man. But listen, he needs to learn that he needs to flatten that route a little bit to give Jared Goff that window. But it was still a terrible pass. He played bad, and they had 5 turnovers, and everyone's like, "Well, how are you supposed to win a game with 5 turnovers? Didn't they have 5 turnovers against the Texans that Sunday night, and they still won?" Oh,
Right.
but you praise the defense. Well, what happens when you have 5 turnovers? Your defense don't come up to show.
Now, do you think that having a first round bye messed up the rhythm? I mean, the momentum for the defense because, like you said, they had all these injuries. So when they was playing week in and week out, do you think that
No.
having the first round bye actually, after they having that rest, now we realize like, yo, we really wasn't that good. It was just a momentum that we had. I'm not trying to give them an excuse because I love what the Commanders did. I was rooting for the Commanders to beat them, which is kind of a little
Yeah,
bit awkward, but
I mean, personally, can I go? Personally,
yeah, go.
I don't think the bye had a negative impact on that defense. It should have helped them because they had extra week to get healthy, right? So there's
but
a
they didn't
reason
get healthy.
why me they didn't get healthy.
Still there was a lot of guys out.
Right, but at the end of the season, every single player is nicked up in some way, some shape, right?
True.
So having the extra week helps you to get healthy. And I'm talking about even the ones that were already playing, not only the ones that were missing. So having a first round bye, that should not be an excuse
Gotcha.
for getting spanked at home by the Commanders.
All right, Lino, give me a quick take on the Commanders, man. Let's move on. What are you more impressed about the Commanders team this season overall so far?
I'm impressed the way their defense has kind of taken a turn because defense was kind of what was holding them back. Yes, they were scoring points, but they really tightened up the defense and allowing those. All they need is just 3 to 4 stops a game, and I know that sounds like easy to do, but the Lions didn't really get 3 to 4 stops this game. Key
Right,
stops, and you're allowing a team that is really playing with house money. They should not be here. So when you're playing a team that just should not be here, that's the most dangerous team to play, man.
right,
And it's like Solo said, they don't maybe they truly don't understand the moment. Maybe some of these, especially Jaden, he's a rookie. He's like, oh, this is kind of easy. Like it's my rookie year. I'm in a championship game. Like,
Right.
is this normal? Nah, bro, this is not normal. So take advantage of it because you never know. This could be the last time we just don't know.
Right.
But he played absolutely phenomenal. And the thing about him, he seems so at peace. Like
right.
he's just like when they won last week on that doink, he's just sitting on the bench like, yeah, okay, next week, like fine. And
Move
then
on.
just in the pocket, he just seems so poised, and that's what I love about him. He's not out there to kind of like just run around and make plays. He really wants to see the offense through.
Right.
And what really impressed me, they were up. I forgot. I think they were up by 10 at the half, and then the Lions come out. They scored. Now it's a 3 point game. Or no, I'm sorry. Commanders get the ball. They go three and out. They kick it to Detroit. They come down, score. Okay, 3 point game. Here we go. Well, Jada's just going to take them on a damn near eight. It was an 8, 9, 10 minute drive, and pretty much just sealed it. And that tells me that he in that moment he understood it. He wasn't just it was amazing to watch because he didn't seem scared at all. He's like, okay, just one
Right.
possession at a time. And when you can take it one possession at a time, and you're not thinking, okay, I need something here because if we don't, then they're going to score. No, he's just like, let's just focus right here, right now. Let's see what we can get. And man, he's playing phenomenal.
Yeah, man, I think he's gonna be the next great quarterback, especially right now. I think he's the best quarterback in our division, man. So far, man, what he has done as a young quarterback, man, keep it up, man, because we
Yes,
need
sir.
some commanders in this division, so we can get rid of them bum ass Cowboys. But moving on to the next game, man, we're gonna stay in the division, my guys, man. Whoa, the Eagles defeated the Rams 28-22. Lino caught the Rams as what do you call them again? The sleepers to
They're,
get in, and
they
what
no, they were my dark horse team.
your dark horse team. Dang,
They're my dark horse team.
Saquon Barkley must be the kryptonite for the Rams, man, because I run for 78 yards and 62 yards, touchdown in the snow. And when these are games like this, man, it's not about talent. It's all about the team. I mean, this has to be about team play and who had the best individual player. And Saquon Barkley is the guy, man. Saquon Barkley is so pretty. Saquon Barkley was the whole Eagles offense, man. You got to give a lot of credit to the Rams, man. They stay in there. The Eagles offense couldn't move, but the defense, man, our defense saved us in this game. Jalen Carter and them boys, man. Like we were number one defense all season, and now we're showing after what happened last year. I keep going back to it again. Thank you, Vic Fangio, and thank you, the Giants, for giving us Saquon Barkley, bro, man. And bro, but the last 6 minutes of this game, bro, my heart was so pounding, bro. A lot of people blame. Matter of fact, hold on, man. I'm already ready to express myself already when I was supposed to just be asking you guys
No, no,
questions.
no, no, no. Because no, because this is your team. I want
Yeah,
to hear. I want to hear
right.
from you.
But the stacks, I mean, when we look at it, Matthew Stafford completed 26 out of 44, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's how you know he's an Hall of Famer, man. Great quarterback. How do you get 324 yards in this weather and the condition that you was playing in? Kudos to Matthew Stafford and the Rams, man. I can't even talk a lot of junk about them. Or I respect them for what they did. Jalen Hurd 50 out of 20. Thank God he only threw the ball 20 times. And he got 128 yards. And the Saquon Barkley, 26 carry, 205 yards and 2 touchdowns, 78 yards, like I said, and 62 yards. This is a back-to-back games, which I basically average over 400 yards against the Rams, man. But dude, man, this game could have went either way at the end. I thought the Eagles have it. The Eagles defense did everything they could do. Turn the ball over, give the offense the opportunity to put this ball away. Now, I know a lot of people question Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is going to be the problem. Jalen Hurts, I think, is the play calling in the sideline. I said he's all season. I don't think these guys know what they're doing, especially at the last minute where we're supposed to be killing the game. How you second down? I'm expecting Saquon to run the ball so we could kill the time. But what they did, they decided to put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hand, which he's also. I give Jalen Hurts a lot of credit. He was limping, he's a little hurt, but he still stayed in the game with these conditions like this. Why give him the ball when we're supposed to be working with the clock? The clock isn't outside right now. It's against the Rams. Why are we throwing the ball? I don't know. Sack. That changed the whole game.
Right.
But the whole time I could not even. I was watching the game on my phone. This was one of the most difficult games to watch in the last 6 minutes for me as an Eagle fan, bro. Because this shit could have ended either way. Because you're giving the ball back to Matthew Stafford, who
Right.
has done this thing multiple times. He's
Over
one
and
of the
over
best
again.
quarterbacks that ever done it, man. Dude, you have to put him in the categories on that. I know I'm not talking about the Super Bowl wins, but when it comes to pure quarterback, the traditional quarterback, Matthew Stafford is
Right.
one of them guys. You don't want to give him the ball there. So, guys, man, how impressed are you guys with the Philadelphia Eagles winning this game? You go
You go
ahead,
ahead.
Solo.
Come
Go
on,
ahead,
No,
Lena.
I
Solo.
gotta go with impressive. Are you guys impressed? Go ahead, talk to me, man. Because I'm more
Um,
impressed with my defense, but you guys talk to me.
okay, I'll go quick. I think I was more impressed with the defense. Now, that first drive by Jalen Hurts, that first touchdown, that was very impressive. But after that, he didn't do too much. Um, he got, if I'm a Eagles fan, I'll be concerned. He got sacked 7 times. That is not good. And the Rams are not known to be this great defense. I mean, they are decent, but they're not known to get to the
Mm,
quarterback like that.
Hmm.
mm.
Do they get? They didn't get to Josh Allen like that. I'm just saying.
This
Uh,
is they got the highest sack in the playoff back-to-back games.
right, the playoff, but in the regular season, it was Denver, then Baltimore in the regular season. So I was impressed. Like we said, Jalen Carter is probably one of the best defensive players in the NFL right now. And he's the reason why that Philadelphia Eagles defense looks like that. Without him,
Right.
there'll be a complete different defense. And I think the defense actually won the Eagles this game. Yeah, the offense scored 28 points, but it was a struggle though. It was a struggle. And I just wonder if they didn't trade for Saquon Barkley. I wonder what this Eagles offense would be without him. Because I almost feel like Jalen Hurts has regressed a little bit, but then I don't want to think that because he didn't have a great running back like he does now. So of course this game is gonna change. But even making decisions, and I know you said it's the coaching, it's the play calling is the problem. That's what you said. But like we asked me what was more impressive. I think it was mostly Saquon Barkley and the defense was very impressive.
You know?
Yeah, same. I mean, the Saquon and defense were amazing. The play calling leaves a lot to be desired. The second down call that you should have gave it to Barkley. I'm like, I don't understand why we're not chewing the clock.
Right.
I think you're just getting a little bit too pretty there offensively. I don't know whose call was that, but they should be smacked in the face. Um, but Jalen Carter, I he's obviously he's amazing. He's if he's not the best defensive tackle, he's up and coming. Like he's there,
Right.
but I don't think nobody truly gives him the respect yet because he's so young. But they're like, if he ain't the guy, he's next. And the thing I was very confused about on when the Rams were coming down to possibly win it, they double teamed him for the most part, Jalen Carter throughout the game because why not? He's
Why
Jalen
not?
Carter.
Right.
But on that drive where Jalen Carter was disrupting, why was he left 1-on-1?
That's what they mess. And then guess what, too? That tackle right there was a season-saving sack. I mean, excuse me, that sack. Because if you notice, I think was one of the what anyway, one of the Rams wide receiver was wide open because our quarterback has slipped. If he would have never got to Matthew Stafford and that play, there would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean Jalen Carter, two different types of players, but he reminds me of a Chris Jones because there's times where Chris Jones gets back there and he's like, if he didn't get back there, you kind of look at the all 22 and you're like, damn, like somebody was open back there. So having a defensive tackle that can get pressure like that, being a Chiefs fan, I've seen it. It could change lives. It can change possessions. It could change the whole game because you're not. Then it switches up because you have great edge rushers. Now you can just rush three or four
Right.
and drop back. It changes so much. You don't have to. You don't have to be so exotic and blitz as much. Uh, uh,
Appreciate that, by the
yeah,
way, man.
yeah, man, yeah, no problem. But
Listen,
Chris
offense,
Jones? Chris
yeah.
Jones? What? Let's
every,
go.
every team needs a player like Jalen Carter. Every team needs one of those players. You need one.
The only thing I'm worried about with Jalen Carter, the only thing is just character issues because he was a knucklehead at Georgia. But if he can, as long as he stays straight and just his mindset is football and knowing somebody, some mentor in his ear, whether it's a retired player, a current player, a coach, somebody that he looks up to, can just say, "Listen, son, you can not only be great, you can be iconic. You
Hall
can
of
have a
Fame.
yeah. I'm not saying he's gonna have a statue outside of Philly. I'm just saying
He might. He
he
might.
yeah. You when we talk
Yo,
about Philadelphia defense, he has the be. He's a Brian Dawkins, but he's a defensive lineman. Brian Dawkins. He's an animal. That's you can be Reggie White because he has a little Reggie.
yo,
He's
Lino,
quicker.
Lino, Lino, what are you doing today? Are you trying to be on my good side today, man? What's going on here, man? Come on,
Yeah,
give it
yeah,
to me, boy.
yeah.
Let's go.
I'm trying to be on your good side because I'm. And the next topic, I'm gonna be on your bad side. So,
You know what? You
so
know what, man? Speaking of that, bro, I'm just gonna cut you because we gotta move to the next topic right
that's
now.
Yeah,
fine. That's
man.
fine.
You know what I mean? Because this is one of the
Take it away,
you know,
Solo.
We